it was gun show day in Nebraska, and I got some really cool things, some not so cool things, but important things, and I thought it would be cool to show you guys that. I've found out that you guys really like seeing gun show videos, so this is the gun show haul from April 2023. Alright, so let's jump into it. The first thing that I got ammo cans. I was running low on space to store my ammo, so I got 2 of these 50 caliber M2A1 ammo cans that were really, really cool, and then I also got one of these, which is a 40 millimeter ammo can for 40 millimeter grenades, and you'll notice one more over here that I have another ammo can. This was one of the first things I bought at the gun show. I saw this guy, and he had a box of 7.62x54R for $6 sitting on his table, and I thought, okay, I can't turn that down. Clearly it's just spam can ammo, so I told him I'd buy him out of it, and he said, well, if you buy a couple extras, I'll throw in the ammo can that I have them in. That was this really cool M2 50 caliber ammo can. So he had a full spam can worth of rounds. He said he bought them at an auction. So I got all of this ammo, 440 rounds, for $6 per box of 20, which is a stellar, absolutely stellar deal for 54R right now. I'm really happy about this, and the ammo can that it comes in is definitely a bonus as well. Getting into more ammo, we'll talk about the big bore rifle stuff next. I got these 2 boxes of, I think they say VZ24 on them, so probably Czech 8mm Mauser, but I'm honestly not certain that they are Czech 8mm Mauser. But there are these old 8mm Mauser boxes, which is just really, really cool. You guys know I'm 8mm Mauser man, I love 8mm, and I like to get this kind of stuff to test for you guys. So I have some 8mm that I'm going to be testing in the future. And then today was also a 9mm Makarov kind of day. I got 3 boxes of this S&B 9mm Makarov. I'm going to have a video coming sometime soon comparing this to 9mm Luger S&B ammunition. I also got 1 box of this Red Army Standard 9mm Makarov that the same guy had. And then I got 3 of these packages that had 50 rounds in them each, and they are mixed head stamp, copper washed steel 9mm Makarov. Now, I was looking at some of the head stamps, and some of them appear to be what is this one. This is another box I got, which has 24 rounds of S&B 9mm Makarov. So some of them had this ammunition. Some of them have Norinco copper washed ammunition, which is something that I also have a video in the pipeline on. And then some of them have a third head stamp that I'm honestly not sure what it is. B West 9x18. So I don't know exactly what that is, but I'm going to look it up. And if I have enough rounds to do a video, I'm also going to do a video on that for you guys. Since I've been carrying this CZ82 and 9mm Makarov, I've been trying to find as much 9mm Makarov as I can to be testing it for you guys to do for the channel, but also so that I can get better and more proficient with this handgun. Every time I see 9mm Makarov at a good price, I buy it. I also got some Fiocchi 9mm Luger, just 2 boxes of 100 each. And I'm going to take a quick pause to talk about something. There are a lot of people that say that at gun shows you can't really find deals. Well, this was definitely a deal. That 7.62x54R for a little over 25 cents a round, that is almost unheard of in today's market. So that is definitely a really good deal. And this ammo, some of it I got really good prices on as well. Now, I understand where those people may be coming from, but for me, I live in a relatively small town in Nebraska, and we have one dedicated gun store. We have another pawn store that sells some guns. They have like 6 shotguns maybe, and then we have Walmart. And outside of that, we really don't have any good gun stores directly in my town. Now, you can travel to other local towns and find other gun stores, but that's a little bit different, and it's a little bit more challenging. But the truth is, if you want a good gun store, you really only have one option in my town. However, when the gun show comes to town, gun stores from all around the region come to my town so that they can buy and sell and trade. So sometimes you can find some really good deals at gun shows like this one. I'm going to talk about some guns, and they are the exact same way. One little side thing I got 7 .38 Special blanks. Now, I know that seems kind of strange. The reason I bought these is because I want to do a video soon, and in that video, I want to show what it looks like visually when somebody fires a blank round versus when somebody fires a real round. And this is because I like watching action movies, and sometimes I talk about action movies, So if I talk about an action movie, I want to be able to say, see, right here you can tell that they were firing blanks and they didn't really know how to handle the recoil of a real firearm, and so it just looked kind of cheesy. So lots of blanks that I can do that kind of video in the future. Okay, now let's talk about some guns. Nagant Revolvers recently have been very expensive. They've been about $500 on the cheap end. However, when I saw this one sitting on the table for $350, and it came with the holster as well as some other accessories, I kind of wanted to get it. So I looked around the rest of the gun show, and I went back and did eventually get it. I sold the gun so that I could get this one too. So this is my new Nagant Revolver. Now, if you don't know much about these, they are the Russian service pistol from World War I, but they also saw use in between the wars and up and through World War II. And the cool thing about these is that they have a gas seal. So when I pull the hammer back, you'll notice the cylinder moves forward. And that is because the round, and I have a story behind this round too, the bullet is on the inside of it, so that round fills that space and makes it fire without having the flash coming out the sides like you're used to with a standard revolver. Okay, now the cool thing about this round is that the gun came with the holster, and the holster has a little bit of space right here for you to put some ammunition. So I was just kind of checking that out after I had bought it when I got home, and there was a round of PPU 7.62 Nagant in there, which I just thought was really cool. Now this is also a single load and single unload revolver, so you open up the cylinders right there, you twist right here, pull that out, rotate to the side. There we go. Didn't quite have it all the way. Rotate to the side, and then you can use this to get these spent casings out. This is a really nifty handgun, probably one of the worst service pistols of World War I, at least one of the worst mainline ones, but they are still very technologically interesting, visually interesting, and, well, cool. The last gun I got today was this Remington Model 12. Now, the Remington Model 12 is a bottom loading and bottom ejecting tube-fed 12-gauge shotgun. This one is really cool. The guy that I was talking to, the guy who was selling it, said that he bought this his junior year of high school. So it has been owned by him for a long time. However, I think they stopped making these in something like 1929. So this gun has a storied history, but it's still in pretty good shape. I mean, it definitely shows its history, it shows some wear, but it still looks good. It still looks like it's in good functioning condition. One of the other cool things about these is if you are used to modern shotguns, you're used to them having a loading gate that goes down and then back up. It's like a flipper. But this one is a flipper from the side. So let me get this. There we go. Get that started. So you'll see as I pull this back, a little flipper flips down from the side, like that, right there. And then when you push the pump forward, it flips back up to get the round into the chamber. This is a really interesting and cool method of loading a shotgun. So I just think this is a cool gun. The guy wanted $100 for it, so I think I got a pretty good deal. And I've been wanting to have a 12-gauge shotgun for a little while now, so I think this will be a good addition to my collection. And ultimately, that's what I like about gun shows, is it's a place where you can go to buy, sell, and trade. I brought a satchel full of items to the gun show with me, and it was feeling pretty heavy. I had a pistol in there that I was looking to trade, I had some ammunition I was looking to trade, I had some magazines for guns I don't own anymore, and I got rid of quite a bit of it, and that helped me fund some of this as well. So it's about buying and selling and trading, and if you don't know what kind of holster your gun needs, you can bring it to the gun show and try some out and find one that works. I really like gun shows for the atmosphere and the buying and selling and trading. Now, do you like gun shows? Do you hate gun shows? I read every single comment that people post on this channel, and I believe I also reply to every single comment. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Tell me about a good deal you've gotten at a gun show. Tell me about somebody who's tried to rip you off at a gun show. I want to hear what you think. Now, I also need to say, recently somebody named Chris or Wizwit decided to support me on Player, what used to be called Utreon. You'll begin to see his name on the end card of every single video, and that's something I want to do for when people support me on Player, formerly Utreon. You will see for a few more videos for the next few months that won't be happening. That's because I already had those videos edited before he started supporting. But, Chris, This is the official. Thank you so much. All of that being said, I'm 8mm Mauser Man, and I bought some really cool guns, but I lived on.
Which proves it's hard to get the best of a man named John.
Big John.